Howdy everyone, this is your buddy BP back at it again in The Witcher. Last time we were here, we were collecting all the information and the ingredients necessary for us to track down this griffin, but I don't want to do that just yet. There's still stuff in White Orchard I want to do. There's actually quite a lot of stuff, like this guy right here. He's having a bad day. Let's go see what's up with him.
What happened here?
Oh, got a wee bit chilly the night, so I set fire to my forge. Got it nice and roaring. Roasted some wieners. What do you think happened, dimwit? Some bugger set alight me workshop. I've lost everything. Everything!
Yeesh. Sorry I asked.
Sorry. Any suspects?
Whole damned village. I've lived here half a century. Thought they saw me as one of their own. But everything changed when the Black Ones came. I'm the only smith around, so I got to service their garrison. Bang dents out of plate, shoe horses. That sort of thing. Nilfgaardians don't pay me a bloody copper. Just give me supplies and orders. But humans can't fathom that. They think I'm getting rich off their misfortune. That I sleep on a pile of gold like a ploughing dragon.
Yeah, it's really me.
They stop talking to me. Spit when I pass. And now this.
Yeah, I can find your arsonist.
I can find your arsonist, provided you're willing to pay.
I've not much left. But I'll
Never
give you
had
all
that
if you
happen
bring
before
that
at
horse
recordings.
so that he gets what he deserves. The night of the fire,
Pretty funny.
I heard movement outside my hut. Went out to see if I could find any tracks. I found nothing. But then I haven't got cat eyes, have I? Good luck.
Alright, I'll find your arsonist for you. And before I do that, let me go say hi to this guy right here. I don't want to be doing a messaging conversation in the middle of a playthrough, you know what I'm saying? Alright, we're back. He just wanted to chat for a moment. I actually, he knew the guy. I actually knew this fella. Just wanted to chat for a while. It's been a while since I've been able to talk with some of you guys.
Shavings from a tinderbox. Arsonist must have lit his torch here, tossed it on the roof, then fled through the orchard.
I was just telling him, you know, it's hard to find the time. A lot of real-world responsibilities and stuff.
Boot prints. A man's. Large.
But y'all don't want to hear me complain about stuff like that. You want to see me play Witcher and Smite and all that good stuff. And I look forward to doing more of that.
Stinks of piss. And vodka. Stinks of piss.
Yeah, we got the point. So I'm glad y'all understand when I let y'all know that it's hard to find the time to do YouTube when you got real-world stuff going on. I mean, this is a fun thing to do. I'm not trying to make a career out of it. It would be nice to be able to do that, but, you know, I'm not trying to do something like that.
Took off his boots and went in the water. Probably wanted to cover his trail.
I just like making videos and chatting with you guys and playing my favorite games. That's it. That's all. Oh wait, hold on. I think I get attacked around here, so I'm going to apply my necrophage oil. That'll give me some extra damage against these guys, because I believe they're drowners.
Something jumped out of the
Oh
rushes.
yeah, I should probably switch to Quinn.
Drowners. But he managed to escape.
And there they are. I knew they were going to be out here. Don't everyone step in to help me at once. Okay, homeboy over here has got my back.
Damn it.
Oh my. Right, eat a little bit of bread. Dude, chill. Damn. Be a dick about it. Ooh, I got a drowner brain. I know I can use that to make swallow. I'm pretty sure I haven't made swallow yet. Nope, I just need some of this. I could go buy it from the herbalist, but I'm pretty sure I can find it just scattered around. I can just go ahead and take it without having to pay any money. Alright.
Who knows what the morrow will
There
bring?
we go.
This is yon grinded
So it
McCabe.
was
field is
some
that the other side
drowner
of the
that sucked on. Which
Oh.
to do with it?
Good lad, Master Witcher.
Bleeding, but not badly. Surface wound.
Here we are.
I knows what I know.
Trail leads us
Trail
here.
ends here, but I'll recognize him by his wounds.
We sure will. Kind of dark in here. Eesh. Wait. There it is.
Drowner claw marks. It's gotta be him. Nasty wound. Run into a drowner?
What the fuck do you care?
Whoa, our arsonist's a charmer too. Come on, Smith wants to talk to you.
I don't talk to a non-human. Sons of bitches all, and dwarves are the worst. Greedy little magpies, do anything for gold they will. They forge the blades the black ones put to our throats, am I not right? Listen, we can work this out man to man. I give you gold, you don't turn me in. My mum died a while back and I sold her tools. I've spent some, but what's left is yours.
I don't care much for this guy. He's trouble. I'm afraid you're gonna have to come with me, buddy.
Magpies and dwarves might be greedy, but I'm not. Can't buy me.
And I'll beat your fucking mug to a pulp.
Nah, you're just gonna shut your ass up and come with me. That's what you're gonna do.
Calm down. Now follow me.
If I remember correctly, this guy really likes taking his precious time following me. Like, I can't seem like sometimes when you have NPCs that follow you in this game, they'll like match your speed. But this asshole in here, he likes taking his precious time, so I'm probably just gonna move this video forward. And here we are. Wake up, douchebag.
Up and at him.
What's going on?
Here you go. One village pyromaniac in the flesh.
Nap? You? I knew your mum for years. Charged her nary a copper. This is how you repay me. I've had enough. Hey, soldier. A minute of your time, please.
No! Willis, I beg you, I was drunk. Didn't know what I was doing.
I've told you, Master Willis. We will help you rebuild once reinforcements come. The supplies have been ordered.
Not what this is about, mate. This here's the arsonist. A witcher found him.
The forge was important to the garrison. Destroying it was sabotage. No trial needed here. Just a tree.
Damn. Just like that? No kidding.
Harsh as punishment goes.
But deserved. You know, I hated the Black Ones at first, like everybody else did. Now I'm thinking they might just bring order to this place. Teach these layabouts some manners. But enough about that. Your reward. And I managed to save some things from the fire. Anvil's still whole, so I'm sure I can bang something out on it. You need anything, let me know. Give you a good price.
Well, alright. I don't think there's anything I necessarily need from him at the moment. Actually, hold on. Let me check anyway. He might have some good stuff.
A return customer. Welcome. What can I do for you this time?
Yeah, show me what you got for sale.
Show me what you got.
I think he sells something I could really use. Oh yeah, here it is. I already have the saddle, but I don't have any saddle bags, and that'll boost my inventory capacity from 60 to 90 right here, so they're kind of pricey, but they're worth it, trust me. And these are diagrams for building like armor and weapons, but I don't necessarily need these at the moment. I don't necessarily need any of that stuff at the moment, so I'm just going to go ahead, skedaddle.
So long.
Alright, over here, there it is, saddlebags, equip it, boom, 60 to 90. We can carry more stuff, means we can haul more loot, get more money. Very, very nice. And you'll notice there's this thing on my mini-map in the corner over here. It's yellow with an exclamation mark. It's this bulletin board, which we can use to find other activities going on in the area. Let's see, your Imperial Edict, Nilfgaardian Lessons, the New Order, looking to borrow a plow. Here's something interesting. Bastion, my brother, went off to fight the Black Ones. I've reason to think he stood in the great battle nearby. He's not returned to this day. Like many others, you'll say, and you'll be in the right. But if he fell, and I know it's like he did, I'd give excuse me, I'd give him up to the ground the least, like our fathers have done always. I'd bury him 'neath the barrow where our parents lie, not leave his corpse to be ate by the corpsers prowling the battleground. So I seek a brave man able with a sword and willing to venture out with me to find Bastion. I won't pay much, for I've not much to give, but I'm not stingy with gratitude, and I'm sure to show it aplenty. Any man willing to help, look for a raised hut along the road to White Orchard, just near the bridge. I've made camp there. Dune Vildenvert. Alright, I think we'll take that. Volunteers wanted. That doesn't really... nah, that I don't think that applies to us really here. I like this other new job. What is this? Brother Missing. Alright, let's go track that quest. I'm curious to see if we can find this guy's brother. Sorry, kid. Alright, here's the place. This looks like the guy. Dune. He is. What's up, fella?
Do that often? Talk to your dog?
It's my brother's, Bastion's, but guess he's mine now. See, Bastion fought the Black Ones in a battle just outside the village. Haven't had word of him since. I told him, do like I did, lose a finger or two so they won't recruit you. Too damn afeard he was. Bloody hell.
I'd walk the battlefield if I were you.
I did. Sea of corpses. And corpsers, feeding. Someone told me they were feared of fire, so I took a torch, tried to chase them off. Horse shite, I tell you. Would have ended up eaten alive if it weren't for Hussar here. Listen, guessing you carry those swords for more than show. Come with me, keep the ghouls off. Help me find Bastion and I'll pay you well.
Sure thing, buddy.
Fine, I'll help you. Just been a few days since the battle. Chances we find your brother alive are slim. Very slim.
I would have thought, but I want to find his body at least. So Bastion don't rot there in the sun with the Black Ones. Meet me on the hill overlooking the battlefield. We'll move on together from there.
Alright, sounds good. While I wait for him to get there, I don't necessarily need that, I'll take it anyway. Looks like there's something down there. There's also some drowners, but I think there's some buried treasure, which you will occasionally find while prowling the game world. I'll pick up some of this too. I'm sure I'll need it later. I don't want to just jump down there. Fall damage is a very real thing in the world of The Witcher. Wolfsbane, I think I'll be needing this later too. I think I use it to make some, like, oil maybe? I'm trying to remember. Wait, hold on, is this what I'm looking for? Hey! Celandine, or Celadine, whatever it is. Yeah, I need to just find 4 more of those. Or I could just buy them, but I'd rather try to avoid that. And I believe there are drowners here, so I'm going to go ahead and apply my necrophage oil. I'm going to go pay these ugly critters a visit. You'll actually notice my sword has this sort of, like, red, like, fluid on it, if you can see it. If the picture's clear enough. I don't know what quality picture you're looking at here on this video, but you'll notice there, that's actually from the oil. It's one of those effects. Whoa. It's like mild little visual effects that I like. Very inspired. Like, they didn't have to really do that. I'm trying to make a short work of these drowners. Normally I wouldn't recommend...
Not bad.
like focusing on like a whole. Whoa! I have no idea how I lit that on fire, but happy accident, I guess. All right, more drowner brains. Another drowner brain. Another drowner brain. There's treasure here, though. Ooh, a new sword, resin, runestone, a diagram, and a formula for ether, which we can use later. I don't think we'll be using that much right now, but it'll definitely come in handy later when we make more complex formulas and stuff. New body armor, powdered pearl, runestone, diagram, and a manuscript page for... Ooh, I think that's a good one. That's a potion. Yeah, increased sign intensity. That'll come in handy later. Yeah, we'll need some specter dust. I think there's some few more specters around here, and we'll need some more of this. I think there's other potions here that, or rather other like formulas I have that need that. Not sure which though. Oh well, we will find it. We'll find it. Until the meantime, let's go and help this guy find his brother. Whoa, hold on. There's ghouls out here. I was just out here collecting more of that wolfsbane stuff because I know I'm going to need it later. And I don't want to spend money to buy it. But, ooh, there's quite a lot of these critters.
Ugly bastard.
No shit. Yeah, like right here, I'm not going to like use my targeting ability. It actually would be much more sensible to just sort of do a free aiming, I guess. I don't know what the best word for it is. Sometimes it'd just be smarter to like switch back and forth between enemies instead of just targeting one at a time. Yeah, like see right here. Damn, I made short work of these bitches. I might have to bump the difficulty up to hard.
Ghoul nest.
I was hoping I would have to wait till I leave White Orchard to do that. I might have to do that sooner. Alright, let's back off a little, because I think a few more are going to spawn. Huh, usually one or two more spawn. But I guess that was all of them. Alright, blood, marrow, ooh, a ring, and a claw. Let's go ahead and collect the rest of the stuff over here, and then we'll go back and help that fella. Alright, here he is. Alright, let's go find your brother.
You're here, good. Bastion... his body must be here somewhere.
Among countless others. Want to examine them one by one? Could take a while.
You needn't fret. The recruits from White Orchard painted a small flower on their shields so as to be able to spot each other in battle. There was just a few of them. We look for the flowers, we'll find Bastion quick.
No offense, but many a soldier's dropped his shield. Especially if he was on the losing side.
If we find the shield alone, Hassan will catch the scent and lead us to Bastion. Come on. Sooner we get this done, the better.
Alright. Seemed like he was kind of whining a little bit there. Maybe it's just like his tone of voice. I kind of got a chuckle out of me.
So many corpses. And the war's just started.
Alright, now you all might be looking at what I'm doing here and thinking, wow, this guy is basically just looting corpses. And I'm not going to lie, that's pretty much what I'm doing here. Because I can sell a lot of this stuff back for some good money later. And I am definitely in need of money right now. But there are ghouls here. So how about I put that on hold for a moment. And go take care of these ugly bastards. Whoa. Alright. Alright, it looks like Dune here is, he can handle himself fairly well. Of course, I'm thinking maybe it's the dog here doing most of the work. Who knows? But let's go ahead. Let's not just do looting. Let's go ahead and help this guy out.
That him?
No. Doesn't look anything like him.
Well, isn't that unfortunate?
Come on, Hassan. Can you smell Bastion, boy? Still nothing.
Alright. Let's look around some more.
That him?
No. Neighbour's son.
Yeesh. Sucks for the neighbor, I guess. Whoa. Sword.
Come on, Hussar. Can you smell Bastion, boy? Still nothing.
Ooh, dead soldier's letter. Gustav, I've got something to ask you. I've come into the possession of quite the stash of valuables. Don't ask how. Modesty prevents me from trumpeting the heroic deeds I performed in the fight for our beloved fatherland. At any rate, there's so damn much of it that there's no way in any hell I'll carry it back on my own. So, I put everything in a chest, and it's buried it on the beach. Oh, I think he's talking about the treasure we found. At the base of the cliff, with the 2 burned out huts on it. Yeah, this is the one. You know, where we go crayfish hunting there, remember? So here's what you've got to do. Grab a wheelbarrow, throw a shovel in it, and take it to the beach, yada yada yada. Sorry buddy, we kinda already found your stuff. I'm thinking maybe someone else was going for it, and they got attacked by the drowners, perhaps? Don't know. I really don't need to be bothering with these ashes, but I'm kind of just picking them up just so these guys will stop glowing. And why am I just looting corpses? I should be helping this guy out, damn it. Oh, my lord.
That him?
No. Neighbour's son.
Yeesh. The other neighbor too, huh? Things are just tough all around.
Come on, Hussar. Can you smell Bastion, boy? Still nothing.
Ooh, hello. There's some treasure chests here. Dark steel plate. We could use that later for, like, crafting armor. I don't need that. There's another one over here, though. Amethyst and ruby dust. Alright. We can craft stuff out of it or just sell it back later. I think there's one more. Ooh, a manuscript. And some orange. We can sell those back later. Alright. Back to the search. Hello?
Skin's burned off. Might be hard to tell, I know, but could this be him?
Oh, yeah. Bastion was big, broad-shouldered. This one seems smaller, but maybe it's the fire did that.
Kind of a grim assessment.
He found him!
Oh, hello.
The SARS caught his scent! Come on!
Yeah, we got tracks here, too. Alright. Yeah, see, there they are. Are those the dog's tracks? I don't know.
But there is more.
Hello.
My lieutenant demanded we defecate on command. Ballista bolts, landing all around, and all he could say was, "A soldier with a full stomach will not step onto the battlefield." Now shit, that is an order. Can you believe it? The cretin.
Stop! You're killing me. My ribs. It hurts to laugh.
That needs a tourniquet. But first, want to explain what's going on here?
Bastion! Is he... Has this Nilfgaardian captured you?
No. He saved my life. I got a cut to my side, and then got hit in the head. Couldn't see anything. Rosin here found me as he crawled across the battlefield. His legs twisted. And so we were. Blind man leading a cripple. Found this place.
I'm taking you home. We need to see to these wounds.
I won't leave Rosin here. Alone he'll die. And he can't go back to his own. He's deserted. They'll hang him.
And what if they find him with us? They'll hang us all, my Laisha included. No, the Blacken stays here.
Gotta say, if it wasn't for him, his brother would be dead.
Bastion only made it with the Black One's help. Maybe you ought to show him Nordlings aren't as barbarous as Nilfgaardians make us out to be.
Well, I could give him our pa's clothes, teach him to work the field. But that accent... Fine, I'll take him in. Thank you, Witcher. Your reward, and the gods protect you.
Well, alright. At least that had a happy ending. Which is, every time you get something like that in a Witcher game, you gotta be thankful that it ended happy. Of course, we had to, walk through a field of corpses to get there, so I guess whether or not it's a happy story is a matter of perspective. I mean, it didn't end so well for that guy right there, now did it? Not everyone gets a happy ending. That's the story of Witcher, I guess. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take care of a few more of these. Oh, wait, hold on. More ghouls, I believe. I believe there's a nest and a place of power here, which is great. Alright. Piece of cake. Of course, they're just level 2. I do have scaling enemy leveling going on, so enemies will never be under-leveled. They will always, at the very least, be the same level as me. Go ahead and scavenge a little bit more. Yes, I know. Very shameless. But damn it, I need the money. I need it so bad. And I know I'll get more good stuff after I blow up that nest. There's usually always at least a few nice things that you can find in a destroyed monster nest.
Magic.
Do I have any bombs, though?
Power.
Alright, I still have a bomb. I have at least one more. I don't have to use meditation. Alright, there we go. See, this time it spawned one. Boom. Piece of cake. I didn't even need to reapply my oil. I'd say that was a good amount of hits. More of this. Ring. I don't need the skulls. Venom extract. Okay. Place of power. This will boost our Quen intensity for a brief amount of time. And then since it's our first time drawing for it, we get a free ability point. Alright. Alright, we already took Gourmet. I want to take one of these others. I'll definitely be working on Quen and definitely a little bit of Verdun, but I'll probably work on Delusion first because it'll help me out in conversations, and I can also use it to stun enemies. But for the meantime, I'm mostly going to use it for conversations. Help me get out of situations like that. Oh, that's right, I don't need the skull. Other than that, I'm not going to focus too much on the Axie symbol. Usually it's just like Quen and Erden. That's pretty much it. I don't feel like I have to really spend too much on Igni either. Igni is pretty damn powerful on its own. You know, it doesn't really need to be supplemented that much. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and finish my shameless profiteering of these people's misery, and I'll see you after the cut. Alright, we've reached the end, and there's one more chest here. Let's see here. Alright, a repair kit. That's nice, so we won't have to spend money to repair our equipment. We can just use that. And there's a few more fellas. Yeesh, those guys up there got a hard one. How did that even happen? Like, what? How did that even happen? Like, how did they get up there? Were they put on there? I don't know. Very weird. Very grim and nasty place. Alright, I think we're collected all we're gonna get. By the way, I couldn't help but notice when I was editing the previous episode that I completely missed a place of power near that griffin's nest. If you go back and watch that video, you can hear in the background a little bit of a humming that sounded similar to the one you heard from the other place of power. That's because that's what it was. There was another place of power there for, I don't know if it was like Ard or Igni or something like that. But there was another place of power there, and I just completely forgot about it. I could have gotten an extra ability point. I'll probably get it later. I don't necessarily need it at the moment. Hold on, I think there's a few alchemy ingredients here I can use. Yes! There's one. And there is another. Alright, feeling good. But yeah, I will definitely collect that before I leave White Orchard. I'm going to try to do everything here in White Orchard before I leave. Ooh, they're level 5, so they're a little tough. Damn. I don't think I have beast oil yet. Do I have beast oil? I didn't even bother to check. No. I have Spectre oil, though. I knew I had one other oil. I was trying to remember what it was. I was having a brain fart. I was like, what is the other oil I have? We could definitely use the Spectre oil later. Alright, there's some enemies up there, but I'm not going to mess with them at the moment. I think they're a little high level. I will be tackling them later. Till the meantime, there's a few other things I want to do first. Alright, here we are back at the herbalist's hut. And I believe we have enough ingredients to make a swallow potion. We do, now that we finally collected the last of those celadines, or whatever they are. Boom. And it will be added to our inventory. In fact, we can go ahead and just equip it to one of our slots, I suppose. How about right there? And we can use that to regenerate health. It'll give us a little bit of toxicity, but only 20 points. And it only lasts for a few seconds, but there's definitely ways we can increase that by a enormous amount. But right now, we also need it for this quest to help this poor girl who was attacked by the griffin. See if we can use it to help her recover. It's a Witcher potion, so it's not really made for humans. It could actually make her sick, but she'll die if we don't do anything. See, what's this? She's still moving around and stuff. I know that's probably a glitch. It's not supposed to be like that. She should be just, like, resting completely still and not, like, moving around like that. Actually, yeah, before I give you the potion, what is your story?
Tell me something about yourself. What's your story?
A sad one. Do you know the Temple of Melitele in Alanda?
Do I know it? Can't remember how many times I've been there, how many times Mother Neneka stitched me up.
We must have missed each other. I started to become a healer under Mother Neneka. I was but 18 when they took me in. An age at which teachings interest one far less than love. There was a boy, Goslav. He'd bare his chest to work. The novices couldn't keep their eyes off him, tripped over their own feet, dropped things. I left the temple for him. We passed a lovely summer together, and then he left. Neneke refused to take me back. My parents uttered not a word. Gave me a travel cloak and a small coin pouch. I struggled long to find a place where I'd feel safe, needed, until I finally arrived here. End of story.
Kind of a sad tale. Well, maybe we can arrange a happy ending for this other poor girl.
Got a potion for Lena. Swallow.
First sign of spring. Symbol of rebirth. Fitting as names go.
We'll see. Like I said, could harm her. Deeply. Works on me immediately. But I have a faster metabolism. Effects won't appear in her case for a few days.
Why'd you choose this in the end?
Decided it was better than doing nothing.
I like you, Witcher. Here. A small gift. For giving a damn.
Well, ain't she sweet? Looks like she gave us a ton of stuff. What all did we get? Beside, another ability point. Hell yeah. And we're at level 3. 350 points. 50 crowns. Hell yeah. Venom extract. I think we have plenty of that. Cursed oil. We'll have to see what ingredients that needs. Sweat and blood. Bestiary entry added. A veil hangs between the world of men. Excuse me. A veil hangs between the world men see and the one they cannot. This veil blocks the dead from the view of the living, and the living from the view of the dead. Some mages can break through this veil and communicate with the dead, or else summon them to the world of the sun for short periods of time. This is the art known as necromancy. The dead can also break through the veil and enter the world of the living on their own, yet unlike the necromancers, in doing so, they are not driven by reason and will, but by a thoughtless, irrational need. This need arises from powerful emotions such as regret, longing, or wrath. Very often these emotions gain their power by being invested in a material object by the dead by the dead individual while he or she still knew life. The object most frequently so endowed, wedding rings, favorite toys, or the instrument used for the crime which sent the returned individual to the other world in the first place. Kind of like that Noon Wraith we fought earlier. We got a Night Wraith decoction. And an entry on Night Wraiths. Neato. And Plague Maidens. Ooh. Let's take a look at that Cursed Oil. We can use that for fighting, ooh, we can build it. We can use that for... See? Wolfsbane. I knew we would need that later. That'll help us with fighting, like, werewolves. Which is something you will occasionally deal with. Let's see here. Night Wraith. Geralt's maximum vitality is increased with each foe killed. This increase lasts until he meditates or fast travels. We don't have any mutagens for him, though. We can get the stuff for the Noon Wraith, but I don't want to get that just yet. Not just yet. But you know what I am going to do? I'm going to find that other place of power. And let's see here. Where was... I'm trying to remember where it was. We found the Griffin. I believe it was on the northern side. Where was it exactly? There had to have been another... was it near Crossroads? I want to say it was near there. I'll find it, don't worry. Or maybe it was here at Broken Bridge. That sounds more like it. Let's go see if we can't find this place. Yep, it was Broken Bridge. I remember this place now. Let's look at the map. There's actually two points of interest over here. One of them is most definitely the place of power. I'm not sure what the other one is, though. Guess we're about to find out. In fact, I don't think we really need to be climbing that. I think we can just go around this hill where we found it. Yeah, see, you hear that humming? I think it's another one for
Magic.
For Quen, isn't it?
A place of power.
Yeah, it is. It's the other Quen, I think. Boom! And now we have 2 ability points to spend, which means we can go ahead and max out Delusion. Boom. Max level Delusion. Plus that gives us plus 1.5 seconds for stamina regen in combat, so we'll be able to cast our signs more frequently when we're fighting. Very nice. Already maxed out. Now we'll be able to use Axii to convince anyone to do whatever we want, which sounds a little scary. But I promise to use it for good. And I guess we're aiming near the end point in this video. I try my best to kind of keep this right under an hour. But there's one more thing over here, so I'm going to go check it out. I think it's probably like a bandit camp. Yeah, there's definitely enemies. I'm guessing it's bandits, which means we're going to be needing this. My recordings have definitely improved since I got the i7 processor. Alright.
Not too late to surrender.
There we go. Yeah, one of them's got like a crossbow or something. That's the guy. It's behind me. Ooh, how gruesome. Oh my god, I killed them both at the same time. I am a boss. Fist deck. That's supposed to be like some kind of narcotic, I guess, here. In the Witcher world, I guess it's supposed to be like cocaine, maybe? Or like heroin? I'm not sure what its real world equivalency is supposed to be. But yeah, usually these bandit camps have like loot around there. Yeah, like there's a few things here. Water, some liquor, vial. I don't know if I'm really going to need that. Powder, cow's milk, leather, alkahest, another diagram, earth elemental decoction. It's going to be a while until we get that. Cavalry boots, pelt, some more alcohol, pure silver. All right, we will definitely be needing that later. We can use it for crafting. Another vial, cold water, a vial. Might be the last of the stuff here. Well, all right, and there's just nothing but wild animals out there. I don't think there's much else around here to explore. Oh my goodness, I'm over encumbered. I was like, why can't I run? I should go back and sell some stuff. In fact, let's... come, horsey. I can't move. Not very far, anyway. All right, let's go back to the village and see if we can't sell some of this stuff. On second thought, I changed my mind. I decided to go to the garrison, sell it here. I know when you sell stuff to like armorers and blacksmiths, usually some have more money to spare than others. I think we'll be needing this later too. I'll be grabbing that. And I believe the guy here has more money to spare than the dwarf fella in the village, because his place burned down. I believe this guy's kind of a dick, though.
Password.
Dunno any.
So, out for a little walkie, eh? Counting the Emperor's swords to lull you to sleep? Well, in the army, we've a place for nosy ramblers. The scaffold.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
And thick-skulled quartermasters. They got a place.
Yeah, under my foot.
You're clearly skilled at banter. And haggling? You got a knack for that as well?
Show me what you're peddling.
Alright, yeah. It looks like he has way more money. And some of this is just junk I'm not going to need. I'm definitely not going to need all of this stuff. Some of this is good. Like, maybe I'll keep that Velen longsword. But most of this is like, just like, you know, rusty sword. Like, I'm not going to need some of this junk. And right now it's kind of weighing me down, so I'm just going to go ahead and sell most of this. And there we go. That just about does it. We made a little bit of money off of him. I think we could have made a bit more money selling it to the dwarf in the village. But he doesn't have a lot of money to spare, so we only would have been able to sell like a few things if I recall correctly. Alright, I already used the bench and the grindstone, so my armor and weapons are already enhanced for the next video, because I'm going to go ahead and end it here. It's kind of funny, I'm ending it more or less in the same place where I ended the first video. It's kind of strange we came back here. I'm going to go ahead and explore more of White Orchard in the next video. I'm not going to jump into taking care of the Griffin right away. I'm going to probably tackle that one last. But definitely going to do some more exploring, because there's more places of power and more jobs and more like monster nests and stuff. There's still a few more interesting things here in White Orchard to take care of, and I'll be tackling that in the next video. Until then, if you like this video and you like this series, then smack that like button. Also, don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section if you have any feedback for me. I love hearing back from you, and I try to respond to as many people as I can. And as always, y'all be good to each other, and I will see you in the next video.